everyone, this is Darwell20, and welcome to episode 26 of FTB Interactions, where... How are we doing on power? Oh, good, it's working out now. Hey, cool. Assuming you're going to go back up at some point. Yeah, you're filling up. Hooray! I was just charging up the destruction gadget. Hooray! I made that real quick off camera. It's relatively easy. As you can see, it's just a trash can, which is your standard recipe, and some steel and ender pearls. Like, super easy, right? Access to this in LV. And me standing out there charging it up absolutely made it nighttime. Because it actually, the one downside is that charging station that we got last episode takes a little while to charge. But we're going to do the things. So I'm going to do 8 and 8 and 8 and 8. Boop. Hooray! I wanted to just clear out a little bit of terrain today, and thus, the mod is the right one to use. Oh, I missed you, Destruction Gadget. You are just glorious. And let's say that you in surface mode, does that sound cool? And I'll put you on fuzzy. Hooray! Filling in creeper holes like nobody's business, except I'm out of dirt. But that's okay. Today's episode, we want to get back into the magical realm of things. We've been focused super duper extra heavy on yield, doing things by way of, wow, is that really how much dirt? I mean, I guess one stack ain't that much. But we've been super duper focused on tech, right? On Greg Tech and whatnot. And we want to kind of get back to magic. That's what I want to look at. So I want to get going with Astral, and I want to get going with Botania. So I think today's episode, obviously one of the next things that we have to focus towards with regards to tech, and I'm just going to like put all my stuff away. That's kind of been my... I don't want to say it's officially my tool chest, but it's like anecdotally my fuel test, right? And we're probably going to want to automate some aspects of Astral, but like soon, not right away. We want to get Astral and Botania going, and then we'll see what we can automate and what we'll want or need to automate, right? So that's why I kind of cleared out a large area over there. This is probably going to wind up being my Astral area, and it's not, you know, perfectly cleared, but it'll serve the purpose for now. A couple people have suggested that my series, you know, we do like a giant open like workshop area, and that doesn't sound like a terrible idea. We might wind up doing that. You know, I gotta figure out like how I want to set up my base here, right? Like I don't have a, as usual, Dyer just starts building organically and has no plan for how the base layout is gonna work and all the stuff we're gonna do. So yeah, we're gonna figure that out as time goes by. But let's start. So Botania, right? So like our first quests here into Mana. We need a wisdom wood stick from wizardry, and then that's going to lead to making a wand of the forest, which seems pretty straightforward, though we are going to need some crystallized mineral chunk for that, so that's cool, not a problem. And then you know, we're going to get into mana creation. Time to make some mana. Your starting flower options are the Petunia or the Dandelifion. No other producers are yet available to you. Really? The Petunia can burn any burnable fuels like creosote or diesel and can even pull directly from a tank. What? Like, what? The Dandelifion and the Petunia are the only flowers available to me? What are you talking about? Explain. Yeah. What's required to get this? Runic Matrix. Oh, is Botania gated behind Runic Matrix? It might be. I don't know. I haven't quite figured that out yet. It might be. We're gonna find out. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. Diluted mana pool, so we can make one of those in a luminous crafting table. So we should probably add that to our to-do list. But yeah, that's interesting. So Botania flowers are gated pretty hard, huh? Let's see what we got here. Like, so I'm assuming I can't just do the old drop coal onto an endo flame or whatever it is, right? Is there even an endo flame? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing hydrangeas, entropinium, Kekimuras, all that stuff, Rafflausa, Dandelifion. So the Dandelifion looks pretty straightforward. That's the one that's the game of life, right? I believe that to be true. I believe that to be right? I'm not seeing Endoflame. I don't even think Endoflame's a thing. Well, I was not prepared for this today. I was not at all prepared for the idea that we would not be able to do an Endoflame. That's cool. Okay, so what you were saying, quest book. Let's get a couple quests knocked out, and then we'll figure it out as we go, right? So wisdom sticks are just dropping sticks into mana, right? So that shouldn't be a problem. We want 3 of them into a pool of mana. We're gonna want a crystallized mineral and the thing, right? So I think I've got some mineral around here. If I've got some mineral saplings and I've got some mineral wood. There's a crystallized mineral chunk. I knew we would have that around here. I should really put these things. These aren't flowers or crops. These are wood, so they're going to go into my wood chest going forward. And then the other thing we needed was, a mystical white flower, which is okay. So some kind of white flower. And a low covalence dust, and a little bit of wizardry mana. Do any of these guys have mana in them at the moment? Water, creosote oil, mana. Beautiful. So we want a low covalence, and some kind of white flower, which I presume maybe an oxide daisy will work. Hopefully. We'll find out. Really? From the plants mod, huh? Okay, I know where that stuff is. I got some of that up here. Maybe lace flower looked like it would work, right? So that should be cool. Hooray! Awesome. And that now just needs U3 dropped into a mana pool, which there is mana down here. I don't know if this will use up the mana. That's the thing. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You do the thing. And follow-up question, can we do 2 sticks at a time? Wisdom stick. Hooray. Hello. Okay, no, that was super quick. Never mind. And then you get sort of flight. You get like this fuzzy flight-like ability. It's interesting. All right. So that would be you, sir. Now, did I not quest complete? Oh, Wander the Forest? What, mana creation. Oh, that comes after mana creation? Okay. That's cool. You need 5 marble slabs in a luminous crafting table. Should be doable. Comes after mana creation, you say. Well, actually. Do you not convert back? Oh, okay. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Not gonna lose sleep over a few pieces of marble. That would be my wand ready to go. So we start with a diluted mana pool. Can't wait. Love me a diluted mana pool, he said sarcastically, and not at all being honest. But luckily, not having to craft this at night is a thing. We can definitely do this during the day. So we're gonna figure out how to make mana today. Looking forward to it. The Dandelifion. Really, though? I can't remember how the Dandelifion starts. But Dandelifion, in fairness, is like the flower that makes the most mana. For like the least... Well, it's the least resources, but it's the most complex to set up. Because you literally have to build a game of life. But I'm pretty sure you can just Google a plan on how to make it work, right? That said, it might require some automation. That might be outside of our realm of capabilities at this point, as it were, so we'll find out. So you want me to make a mana diamond, right? Which is like your standard drop a flawless diamond in there with a little bit of mana. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Or we can... unstable mana. Diamond assembler LV tool. Okay, 250 millibuckets of unstable mana. That comes from wizardry mana in a mixer. Simple power catalyst. Okay, I'm just noting that that's a thing that you can do maybe later. Okay, but for now, this is probably the path we're supposed to take. But let's look at Petra Petunia or the Dandelifion. No other producers are available yet to you. Do we have the book? Do we have the Botania book? I want to say we probably do. We would need the chisel, right? Stop existing. Things in my inventory. Hey. There was the chisel, and there was the book, right? We wanted to, like, we can chisel any book. Is that right? Can we chisel any book? I forget. We're going to find out. Yeah, we can. Is Botania in here? Yeah, Lexica Botania. What's up, buddy? Good to see you again. And you can just be done that. Hooray! We made an achievement. And generating flora. Endoflames. Yeah, no, there is no endoflame, is there? Normally that's the recipe, right? But I don't see endoflame. It doesn't even exist in JEI. Would you look at that? Okay. Dandelion is a flower not recommended for those faint of heart. I mean, I'm not really faint of heart. Well, it's possibly the strongest available generating flower. Told you, within the Botania's tool belt. It's also one of the less straightforward to put to work. You need to play Conway's Game of Life, and there's cells, and there's cellular blocks, and all this other stuff. Yeah, it gets really complicated, but I'm assuming the Dandelion is a little bit easier to make than it is in... And then the other one is the Petunia. Petunia. Look at that. Ooh, I love it. Hold control to open up the thing. Is an intermediate generating flower. It draws combustible liquid fuels up through its roots, 1 block below and all around, and burns them to generate mana. Okay. Oil, that is. Black gold. Texas tea. Fair enough. So, that's a new flower to us. Never seen it before. Looks straightforward enough to make, though. A little bit of phytogrow, a little white pulp, and oil, which we haven't looked at how to get yet. So there's light oil. Turns into oil in a distillery, centrifuge, electrolyzer, oil sands dust. Okay. So, I mean, so here's the thing. I don't know how oil works, and maybe that'll be explained in this category. Is this all about oil? Time to find some liquid freedom. Starting production of your personal Breaking Bad attempts does not mean you should break down your Steam setup. Every step in power is a supplement to your production, just like the real world does not depend on one energy source. Your steam boilers can all run on liquid fuels as well. Diesel and higher tier fuels are particularly efficient. All right, good to note. So you're saying boiler fuel chart for FTB interactions. Wow, that's a website. No, we're not going to open up that right now. Remote power. Do crops grow near all those polluting machines? They probably do, but having some way to remote power things is a much more desirable option. Using CEF-CEU combo, you can convert between RF and GT power. You can then power a Spectre energy injector and distribute RF power to remote distances where you then convert to GT power, or not, as needed. Nice. Yes, another one, and not your choice. You can add a mineral tree to your current tree beacon. It will reduce drop of your current tree of choice, though. Will it still keep up with your coke ovens with a mineral tree added? Beside that, have you considered or already set up a second one with other trees providing useful drops, maybe? All right, so that's a thing. Extractor mineral wood into mineral crystals. So it looks like we want to have a tree beacon doing mineral trees, potentially. I mean, I would just set up another mineral tree, right? Like another beacon. I wouldn't add this to the existing beacon. I would set up a new beacon for this purpose. That's probably what we want to do. Pumping up the black gold. Yes, Greg Tech also has pumps you can use. Anything goes. Some better than others, though. So that's cool. All looks pretty easy. I have access to most of this at the moment, right? Yeah, it all looks pretty straightforward. And auto farming? Yes, please. Plant Interactor does a right-click on crops. For this quest line, we want to have a canola farm. Alternatively, you can create a canola chicken to produce your seeds for you. That's cool. Almost there. Mixing oil with those crystallized seeds turns out to be something that's close to a liquid that can burn for power. MV, mix those two fuels in the correct ratio, and you'll have yourself true diesel. What two fuels? You're very confusing, sir. Diesel, mixer, light fuel, and heavy fuel. I kind of remember this. And the light fuel distillation tower. Yeah, do we have to make this? Is that what we're doing right now? Oh my goodness, look at all the things. It's been a while. What magic is going on there? The seeds start to glimmer and show potential. So that is a chemical bath with mineral resin. Okay. 10 seconds per operation. Not terrible. I'm not quite sure what I'm missing here. But it looks like the gist is this is all how you do power for diesel, but I'm not seeing a great amount of information about like how to find diesel and whatnot. All right, guys. So FTB Interactions Discord channel to the rescue again. I've basically gotten to the point where I have no idea what I'm doing in this pack, and I just popped in the channel. I'm like, do what now? So here's the plan, as it were. We're going to want to find oil, both for Botania reasons and for power MV reasons, right? So oil is going to be a thing that we want to care about at this point, right? So here's the deal, right? To find oil, we're going to look around in oceans. Hopefully we find some. That would be cool. I looked on my map, and I'm not seeing any big black spots. I think somebody said red deserts have them, but I don't see anything there that looks like oil. I might be missing it, right? Because that's kind of a red desert, but I'm not seeing anything there. Like, there's some kind of fluid here. That might be oil. I don't know. But oil is not generally white, so I'm going to assume not. But maybe that's an artifact of how the map making works. I don't know. And these black spots were just unexplored, right? So not a huge deal. So I'm going to like poke around in the water out here. I mean, I kind of went out this way a little bit. There was like an astral temple. You can even see it on the map, which is kind of cool. But look at that. That's totally an astral temple right there. So, I mean, I'm going to poke around up here. I'm just going to... It's super rare that I've actually like made a boat, but to be fair, if you're going to explore the water, boats are totally the way to go. And then there's a few other things we're going to need to do. So once we find an oil well that we can tap into, and the book said, we saw it last episode, there's the Neuromantic Prime, and that is totally a Guardian. That's cool. And that's another Guardian, also. Interesting. The Neuromantic Prime will give us access to way more oil. Hopefully... I don't know exactly how it works, but I think it's basically from anywhere. I've never really used the Neuromantic Prime that way, so we'll find out. But that's going to be an astral thing deep into the future, right? Not too deep, though. I understand that it's not too far out. So what we need to do is find oil, and then we're going to need some form of wireless power transfer to create a pump in this location, and then power that pump. And then we'll probably also want to have like one of those teleport crystals so we can get to and from it pretty easily. So my plan is as such. First, row around, find oil. Second, we're going to need wireless power transfer. The best way to go about that is a Spectre coil, which is the random things, transfers 1,000 RF a tick. So we convert the EU of Greg Tech into RF, which we already know how to do, right? And then we use the Spectre coil to transfer that from one location to another. I think that's the gist, right? Transfers 1,024 RF a tick. I forget how they work, but there's like a thing for that, right? Spectre charger? No, it's a belt. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it might be something. I forget if I just put it on either side. How exactly it works, I forget. But there's like a sender and receiver. In order to make this, though, we need a Spectre lens, which needs a Spectre ingot, which needs ectoplasm, which you can get from Spectre saplings, which is cool. Or the main way to get it, the way to make these is you have to right-click the Spectre sapling with ectoplasm. So in order to get the ectoplasm the first time, you have to kill one of those spirits that spawn when you kill mobs. Now, we need to do that with magic. So we could use a splash potion, but that needs nether wart, and I haven't gone to the nether yet, so no go there. So my plan, and it's getting dark, so I probably should have slept before I came out here, but how did I do on exploration? Not great, not terrible, as usual. Direwolf, thanks, good job. I think I'm going to slash home it up, because it's getting, like, too dark. And so, like, we'll get out, we'll get our boat. And then we can slash home. So for that reason, because we need magic, right, I started looking at the caster's gauntlet. I've been told that that's a very early and easy thing to make, like really early and easy. So I think one of the things we want to do is as follows, right? Step one, ideally find oil, so we know at least where it is. And I'm going to look for that off camera, and I'll come back once I find it. Step two will be to get into Thaumcraft, get the caster gauntlet. We'll probably want to do a couple Thaumcrafty advancements. And then we can kill the Spectre, we can get wireless power. There's also something fluid transfer, which I could have sworn I saw as a quest reward. I forget where, but there was something somewhere that had a quest reward that was like wireless fluid transfer or something like that. And I thought it was from Cyclic. It was fluid transfer node, came from the FTB quests. Yeah, thermal evaporation tower. But you can make these relatively easy: graphite, LV pump, shifting star, steel drum, wireless transmission of fluid. Looks pretty cool. Shifting stars is early game. I think that's the next tier of the crafting altar, right? So that doesn't look terrible either. Glowing glass dust, medium covalence dust, and Salus mundus. All seems within reach to me, right? So should be doable. I have redstone, standard stuffs. All the standard recipes exist there. Cool. All right, so that's kind of the high-level plan. That's probably going to be the next few episodes that we're going to be working on. So Thaumcraft, Astral, and Botania are going to all go into trying to get us oil from a remote location to our base. Step 1, find oil. Back when I do. Ooh, I found oil. Not only did I find oil, I found 2 oil spouts. Yay! And also what looks like some kind of lit up area under the water. And oh boy, some birds are chasing me. Run away, they look angry. So a couple oil spouts, that's nice. All right, we're gonna mark this area. I'll get one of those teleporter thingies. Oh, cool, a couple of them. Nice, all right, cool. So we are definitely in a good spot. What I'm gonna do is get away from these nasty birds that are attacking me. Ew, and some kind of other animals that do not look friendly. Run away! All right, back in a few. I'm gonna slash home it up and hopefully survive this. Let's see. Ah. Haha! Survived! And we're just going to call this near oil. Confirm. Slash home. Booyah. Alright, good times. Well, at least I know how to... I found oil. We're not going to have to come back to it for a while, but at least we know where it is. Whew, that was an adventure, wasn't it? Well, for me it was. You guys were probably just like, boring. Well, maybe you were. I skipped a lot of it, so that was nice. So anyway, yeah, what we'll do is we'll get one of these ender shards, which are reasonably easy to make, right? And we can get them there. Can I make more of these teleporters, by the way? Simple. Simple teleporter is made in a luminous crafting table with gold plates and 2 ender shards and some marble. Yes. Ridiculously easy. Now that we have access to gold plates, not a problem, right? Is there another way to make... I can't automate these, can I? Boo. Boo, I want to automate these. Boo. But that's okay, it's not a big deal. It's like ridiculously easy to make, right? It's half a bucket of mana. Yeah, no, we can make lots of those at that point, right? I think what I'm probably going to do in the near time, we should set up like a teleporters room, and then we can just have like a whole area with all our teleporters that are going to lead to all the different locations in the world. But anyway, let's focus on our next task, which will be the caster's gauntlet. So that's going to bring us back into Thaumcraft world. So let's start looking at that. What I'm going to do is put away my Botania stuff, because this is no longer a Botania episode. This is now a Thaumcraft episode. And that's what's going to happen. So Thaumonomenon! So we're going to want a caster's gauntlet, right? So for that, we're going to want Oromancy. Is that where we go? Thinking that needs to be... Okay, so we did that, right? Slowly but surely, I am beginning to understand the nature of V. So much so that it is hidden to me. So we want to make a caster's gauntlet, right? So that's going to need a V resonator and a couple other things in the old Thaumcraft table. So, and we should have potentially more of these V crystals available to us. Do we not have Perditio? Did I use them all? I might have used them all. Oh no, wait, there it is, there in my hotbar. Yeah, that's the one that we actually had when we first started playing with this. And we might have more infused ore from the mining that we've done, right? Like if we came over here and searched for infused, we'll see that we've actually got a little bit of entropy, but we've got a lot of aqua and some terra and a lot of ordo, because that came from some vein that I needed to mine a lot of, right? So if we need to get more infused ore, not a problem. I think we've found most of it at this point. It's generally in some of the other ore veins, right? So air infused is in emeralds. Oh, that's why we haven't found air yet, huh? We'll have to find. I mean, there are jungles nearby. Spawns and biomes, mountains and hills, whether it's a jungle, desert, cliffs, or extreme hills. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So we'll find them. There's a couple jungles nearby that we'll have to search if we get to the point where we need more air crystals, right? Shouldn't be a problem, hopefully, maybe. But we can also get air. We can get air crystals from just the crucible thing, right? Like we get something that's air, and then we drop a quartz sliver in there, right? Can we get quartz slivers? Chipped Certus quartz. Chipped quartzite, chipped nether quartz. So yeah, quartzite and Certus quartz can make quartz slivers. That's good to know. And it can be made very quickly here. Chipped quartzite. Purified quartzite ore in a sifter or a forge hammer can do it. I mean, I'm sure we can come up with something here, right? Flawed quartzite comes from quartzite. Ah, cool. Okay, so we just have to forge hammer some quartzite. That seems doable, right? So if we got quartzite, that's Certus quartz ore. Quartzite, yeah. And remember, there's a quartzite vein under us, and we just haven't spent a lot of time going into there. So I could just go down and mine it. But I think we just do this. And that gets us crushed quartzite ore, right? And then maybe I'm doing this wrong after all. Quartzite dust, which then can be probably autoclaved, yes. And with liquid starlight, it's fast. Sweet. So we can do this. I'm just like going through the process so we know what's involved, right? You're a little bit slow, quartzite, but we'll get there. How much do we get if we macerate you? Probably a healthy-ish amount, right? Yeah, 4. Nice. Definitely better. Right? And then we've got the quartzite dust, which we can turn into here. And then you can be hammered. I just want to know the operation here, right? But you get the idea. Cool. Okay, anyway, let's focus on making that gauntlet, shall we? So I'm going to get steel plates, V resonator needs silver plates, and flawed quartzite. Hey, good thing I'm working on that. Haha. I wasn't even planning to work on that, and then I just did. There's your flawed quartzite. Nice. So we're going to want some silver plates. And I'll get all the stuff here, and we'll be right back. I also need some hardened leather, which is going to be pressed wax. And pressed wax, as we remember, is something like this. We're missing candleberry wax? Ah, yeah, no. I don't have this chest hooked up. That's why. Now we're cool. I'm going to make this off camera and be right back. Or at least all the stuff for it. All right, outside we go. So we're going to get ourselves a mana orb, which should be relative. I should really just, like, pick up a mana bucket. Is it a problem to pick up a mana bucket? We're going to find out. I forget, does the mana orb, does this one absorb the mana? Some of them do and some of them don't. So I guess we'll find out. I'm going to place it here, and it's going to be a giant waste of time. Oh, good. No. Perfect. Cool. All right, so then you, for the caster's gauntlet for this, boom, give me that. Perfect. And then you need this, and that's a boom, perfect. Nice. And then we're going to have you have this, and that needs 100 V and 1 of each crystal type. So we're going to want something with air on it, right? And then we can do the quartzite thing. So let's give that a shot real quick, just because I don't feel like going and finding an emerald thingy, right? So we do this, and this gets me these guys, and they turn into what now? Autoclave, 3 quartzite with liquid starlight. Luckily, I have one of those. Very quickly, too. Yay, quartzite. Quartz slivers is good. Now we need something with air on it, which usually if there's something simple. Sugarcane has some air. I'd like something a little bit more air specific. Let me see if I can find something that has just air on it real quick. Never hurts to play the Scan All the Things game while you're doing this. Feathers have a decent amount of air on them. They also have Volatus, which isn't the end of the world. But I should probably have more quartzite if I'm going to be doing that. So let's do these guys. And you, meanwhile, can come over here, empty a pile of quartz dust, and do this. Should do something about this because it's not perfect at the moment. But, you know, we'll do the thing. And then you just get a little speed boost. So we're going to drop one of you in there. Ta-da! Air crystals. Ta-da! More air crystals. And Volatus crystals at that. That'll be enough for now to get us going with our caster gauntlet, which apparently is probably going to be pretty useful for us at this point. And into here with the Volatus and the extra of those, and that should be cool. And a caster gauntlet. Nice. Quest complete caster gauntlet. That was a quest. I'm excited for that because it means I get something, hopefully. Yay, I got Aurum crystals. Nice. So the next thing we want to make is a blank lesser focus, which absolutely makes sense to me. And I'm thinking we might need to do something in the Thaumonomenon to make sure that that happens, right? So we complete this dude. I have managed to put basic crafting gauntlet, and I'm quite pleased with the result. Yada, yada, yada. Cool, cool, cool. So let's go back a level and check out Oromancy. So here, basic Oromancy, you want me to make the blank lesser focus, which is an Ordo crystal with 5 Aurum, 10 Percantio, and 20 Vitreous. All right, so to make this, we need 10 Percantio, 5 Aurum, and 20 Vitreous. Luckily, we actually have a lot of that ready to go. How convenient is that, huh? Now, where did my Ordo crystal go? Didn't I ask for one of those? I don't even know. I lose track of things. It happens frequently. Oh, there it is. I knew it. I was looking in that chest for some things, and yeah. Let's fill this dude up, and we're gonna drop you. Hooray! And that looks good. And no nasties in there. I think there should be no leftovers, but there's your blank focus, right? And that's cool beans. All right, complete. And now you want me to make the focal manipulator. Cool. All right, so to make this dude, right, we're gonna need another, so you're done and you're done for now, right? But we're gonna need this, done and done. And then we're gonna need some arcane stone and some stone tables. So that's just stone slabs and stone. So that shouldn't be too bad. Seems pretty straightforward. We've got smooth stone, right? If not, we can make some, hopefully. Now we got smooth stone. Hooray! Because I think we can just do normal recipes here, right? Cool. Yes, we can. We can use this as a normal crafting table. 2 gold, and then we're going to want arcane stone, which is just made like that. Knacker block from Wizardry, huh? That's a new one. That's a new one. Doesn't look too bad, though, but we need Knacker. What is that? That's a new one. Or we can mix it with Knacker. What's Knacker? 1,000 millibuckets for 4 or 500 millibuckets for 5. Totally worth doing in the mixer. And it's LV tier. We could probably knock that out. But what's Knacker? Gold nugget into mana equals Knacker. Well, that's easy. Output replaces liquid. Good to know. Good to know. Now, how dangerous is that to pick up? Can't wait to find out. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, let's do that. I like the sound effects. Well, that was cool. Quest completed! Hooray! What quest was that? We're knocking out quests left and right here. So we got our blank lesser focus, which gives us a potion of saturation and an ender pearl. That's kind of neat. I like that reward. Thank you for the ender pearl, sir. I will appreciate that and cherish it forever. And the potions, I mean, that seems like a one-off thing, but it's nice to know that such a thing exists. Menomina! We completed a Menomina quest. I see you have a knacker for automating things. Automate this. You're going to need a lot of it eventually. Knacker is a magical fluid that is used to build and is built to create key components for several mods. You can create some manually, but it's suggested you automate this as you'll need quite a bit. Good to know. Cool. And then making knacker blocks is going to lead to other things. So I should do the mixer. I don't think we have a mixer yet. Am I correct in that statement? Pretty sure we are. So a mixer is going to be a thing that we're about to make. And you know what? We're really close to wrapping up point here. And when I say really close, I mean we're well past wrapping up point here. But we're missing 4 glass. Really? Is that it? Because I could pull that off. Throw some glass in here, and suddenly we're not missing 4 glass anymore. Hooray! Nice. All right, so let's do this. Let's wrap up the episode here. We'll let all this auto-crafting happening. Yay, auto-crafting. And we'll come back next time. We will play more with this Thaumcrafty stuff. We're going to use this gauntlet to have nice magic spells, including fire, which will help me, I think, fire. Some kind of spell that'll help me hopefully kill the specters. I believe we can summon them with Zen summoning, by the way, so that'll be cool. We'll get the drops, we'll make a tree so we can have wireless power transfer. That'll be useful. Then we're going to want the wireless liquid transfer. Then we're going to be able to get into Thaumcraft and Botania even further. and that'll lead us to MV tier stuff, right? So all around a good time. For now, Del20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time and play more with all the magic and tech and cool things of FTB interactions. All right, guys, take it easy.